YouTube, what's going on, and welcome back to another reaction video. We're finally doing something that I've been putting off for a little while. Not putting off, we're doing Rime and the Ancient Mariner today. Iron Maiden, you may have heard of them. We're doing a few of their songs before. We're doing Rime and the Ancient Mariner. Oh, hang on. I'm good. Okay, we're doing Rime and the Ancient Mariner. It's 13 and a half minutes long. From what I can tell, it is Maiden's second longest song behind Book of Souls. Book of Souls, that was called? Empire of the Clouds from Book of Souls. My apologies. It's a long one. The reason why I haven't done it is it's one that we wanted to do for a while. It's from Power Slave. We've done a couple of songs from Power Slave. And as far as I know, this is my dad's favourite Maiden song from what I can remember, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. And for that reason, I wanted to check it out. And as well, just because it's a long one, I want to say, Maiden are quite good storytellers in their music. Obviously, this song is based off of a famous poem. And I just thought it'd be interesting to check out, to see how the story develops, to see what they do with the music, to see how it progresses, and to just see what they do with 13 minutes. That said, we're gonna do it. I've not put it off, but every time I've gone to do a Maiden song, I felt like I've gone to do it and then realised actually I don't have the time to do this today. It's quite a long one, and we've ended up doing a shorter one. So I think, you know what, I'm gonna find the time. I'm gonna fit it in. I've been working on some dissertation stuff for the past few hours, so I figured I'd have a break to record, edit this video, and then get back on with it. So that's going to be fun, that my break is more work. But anyway, regardless, we're going to get on with it. Thank you for watching, and why am I doing my outro? Rime and the Ancient Mariner, let's go. No hesitation. A little bit of sauce around here and there. I like that. I don't know if there's a name for it. It's like a little pseudo solo, little break in between to do a little bit of sauce there. Yeah, I was just wondering. I should have mentioned at the start. I haven't read Rime and the Ancient Mariner. I should. I was actually going to read it when I thought last night that I was going to do this today. I was going to try and read it, but I was up till 4 a.m. this morning working on dissertation things, so I just didn't have the time to. So this is one that it's probably worth mentioning, because I don't know if having read the original poem would be of benefit to understanding. Maybe I'll have like a different understanding of the song if I had that context. I don't, so it's hard to compare lyrically how similar it is or what they've changed, but so far it fits, it works. I like it. We'll talk more later on. So I am listening to it a little bit differently. I noticed this is how I listen to most songs, or most Maiden songs. Maiden are quite good at telling stories, as I said at the start. So it's not like a new thing to be hearing from them. But I'm listening to it. I'm almost like listening to it as almost like an audio book, but with a bit of heat, you know, with a bit of spice to it, because it's like musically, it's a good song. I like the riff, and I like what I've heard so far with a little bits they sprinkled in. There's 10 minutes to go, so I assume there's a lot more to come in terms of like different things that are going to happen in the song. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm listening to almost like almost like a slightly more exciting audiobook, which is kind of a weird way to describe it. I don't know. I just noticed I was focusing a little bit more intently on hearing the story rather than treating it as a song. But I can see how you do both. But that's just where I'm at the moment with it. But I do. It's a good song though. There we go. Still good pace up. Ooh, there we go. A bit of a change of pace with the riff, with the variation. Okay, I see you. This is what I mean about storytelling. Even the music here is like, it's atmospheric, it's ambient. That's a word. I don't know. I thought that wasn't a word for a second there. It's ambient. It's atmospheric. It's building a sound. You know. So even the music is storytelling to a degree here.
One after one, by the star-darkened moon, too quick for groan or sigh, each turned his face with a ghastly bang, and cursed me with his eye. 4 times 50 living men, and I heard no sigh nor groan.
So this is an extract from the poem.
With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down, one by one.
Is it kind of honestly, didn't they do something like that? I feel like I have to pause. I'm sorry, I know I'm pausing it a lot and people are going to be annoyed, but I feel like it reminds me a little bit. Was it Seventh Son of a Seventh Son? They did a bit in the middle where it had like an extract or like a storytelling element where he was like straight up. He was just speaking like he was telling the story. So they're very good at this. I just wanted to make that comparison before I forgot it. Okay.
The cursed lives on in their eyes. The mariner, he wished he died, along with the sea creatures, but they lived on, so did he. And by the light of the moon, he prays for their beauty not doom. With heart he blesses them, God's creatures, all of them too. Then the spell starts to break. The albatross falls from his neck, sinks down like lead into the sea. Then down it falls, comes around.
That's a new. Okay, here we go. Bit deeper. I've just got to. I mean, you're almost waiting for it. I got it. Like I didn't. Sometimes I don't know. You're almost. Well, I love their solos. Every time, like their range in what they can do. But between the two of them, between is it Dave Murray and Adrian Smith? I don't know who was playing them, but between the two of them, their range of what they can do tonally, there's always something to match the song perfectly. Wherever the solo's going, they could do something completely different. They could do something like crazy and high energy, or they can do like it always matches. Or something like the solo in Power Slave is a good example because that's what the album's from. that's what album the song's from. It's like it's much more toned down. It's like I don't even know what you know. Sometimes what is a reaction channel? Sometimes we sit here and say stuff. Sometimes we just blabber, and that's enough. You get the point. There's your reaction. And it's 13 minutes long. There was going to be a solo in there somewhere. It's kind of waiting to see how they work it in. You know, they changed the tone a couple of times in the song as the story developed. They changed musically how they were presenting the atmosphere. The solo is just spot on every time, and yet always different to match the song, but it always has that Maiden sound. Influential. Iconic, you could say. I'm looking forward to it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook. Dude. That was me clapping. I don't know why I felt I need to, as if you can't tell what that is. Although, careful where you do that now. Don't do that in Oxford. Just, they have such a way of writing. And I know this is based off a pre-existing story. And from what I can tell, it seems like there's, for the most part, it's written, it's kind of their own rewriting of it with certain bits here or there that are quotes from it. Because I can see I'm looking at Genius and it has parts. Day after day we stuck nor breath nor motion as idle painted ship upon a painted ocean. And that was the line when I was listening. I said I like that line. There's stuff in here that is taken from it, and some stuff is their own sections, from what I can tell. But even outside of this, we have plenty of examples from other songs we've done of how they write, both in terms of the lyrics themselves, the way they write, the story they tell, but as well the song as a whole. The music is as important to the story as the lyrics are, in the way that they build the atmosphere, the tone of everything, the way it develops musically as the story develops as well. They just have an incredible way of telling stories through their music while still making amazing songs, and that definitely was one. It was a real, like, it was a story, it was a movement, you really went through it kind of like almost like how a lot of classical music, it works with longer pieces where you follow the story through, except obviously the vocals as well. you know, it was a great song. It was a great story. I feel like that's almost kind of that epitomizes Maiden a little bit. You know, someone said, right, I don't know any Maiden, what do you want me to listen to? I wouldn't necessarily suggest this one. Definitely not as like a gateway or a getting in point. I don't think this is the song for that. But if you wanted to describe Maiden, I think this is something you could use as part of that in the way that they write, the way they tell their stories, the way where they get their influences from in terms of their songwriting, and just how they use their music to tell stories, as well as just it being an incredible song with an incredible solo in it. I think that yeah, I think that epitomizes them quite well. And I just realised we've bookended this album a little bit because we've done oh no, we haven't done 2 Minutes to Midnight. I just know that one. But we did Aces High, which is the first track, and we've done Power Slave and Rime the Ancient Mariner, which are the last 2 tracks. So we're kind of booking it a little bit. I mean, it's a great story. I will read Rime the Ancient Mariner at some point. I can't say it'll be in the next few days because, like I said, I do station stuff, and as soon as I'm done with that, hopefully tomorrow night, I have a presentation next week and a presentation the week after that are both assessed. So I have stuff to plan for both of those. So I have zero time right now. Any time outside of working on assignment stuff, I'm editing and uploading my YouTube videos, so I don't have much time at the moment. I'm not sleeping much at the moment either to kind of get all that sorted. But it was a great song. It was a great song. It was a great song. What do you want me to say? It was a great song. So that said, I'm going to do something a little bit different next time because I've had a couple comments here and there asking me to try from people. What am I saying? Who knows? Asking me to try stuff from the Blaze Bayley era, so I might try a song or 2 from there. I've had some comments asking me to check out some of the early stuff, so I want to do that as well. So I'm going to try something because I realised we've been pinging around between, I've done like, 3 songs of Power Slave now, and we've done like 4 songs from Caught Somewhere in Time, and then we did Fear of the Dark. Well, I've been pinging around that area a little bit. There are a couple of other eras and areas of Maiden that I haven't even touched yet. So I'm going to do something a little bit different the next couple of reactions. I'll get through some of those because I know some people wanted to see me try some of those. I will. But I just wanted to do this one now as I had the opportunity to sit down and do it because I did, and I don't know when I would next get that opportunity because some of my longer sessions that I have to fit in over the next couple of weeks are going to be spent on the wall. So I figured I'd do this while I had the chance to do just this one. That said, thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone did enjoy. And I'll see everyone in the next video. Peace out, guys.